man. Detroit versus everybody, man. Detroit, we rep the hardest, man. We gain the hardest. You know what it is, man. Detroit, CJ, holla at your boy when we get home.
Don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Health Blaze, at thehealthblaze.com. 100% all natural products from lotions, soaps, foot soaks, bath bombs, and much, much more. Use the promo code Goodfella1Boxing. Tell them your boy CJ Goodfella sent you. Get 18% off. We out.
All right, Luis Ortiz calls out Andy Ruiz, and I told you guys that was next. Let's talk about that. Also, we're going to talk about Gary Russell getting gangster and talking stuff to Shakur Stevenson, telling Shakur can't mess with me. Also, we talk about Mick Conlan carving out the Philly boy Stephen Fulton, which that's a mistake, but hey, Fulton to go get the bag. But yeah, I told y'all this was next. Ortiz and Andy Ruiz. Check out the boxing news playlist, the heavyweight boxing playlist for more videos like this. Share the video. Appreciate everybody for supporting the channel. Don't forget you can make a donation. Cash App CJ Good 313. Description PayPal link there in the description as well too. That's where to donate personally to share the video for your boy. Don't forget we got a Facebook group link there. You can always reach out to me. Twitter link the fastest way, than Facebook and Instagram. If you have a question, video request, or you want to advertise your business on the channel, hit me up on my social media description. Twitter the fastest way. So it's a two-time heavyweight world title challenger Luis Ortiz. King Kong Ortiz was in attendance for the Andy Ruiz fight with Chris Arreola last Saturday, or yesterday. He says he's ready to take on the destroyer Andy Ruiz. Interesting, Ortiz says he saw the fight as a close one. The judge, however, had it lopsided. I ain't like it. I thought it was close. 118, 109, 118, 117, 110. No way. Ruiz won at least the first 4 or 5 rounds of that fight. That was bullshit. I mean, Arreola, excuse me. King Kong 42 was at the Dignity Health Sports Park, which used to be the Stub Hub in Carson, California, ready to call out Ortiz in his next fight. Ortiz is one of the names being mentioned for Ruiz's next fight. It's true, you know. Some people think Ortiz is going to go in there and blow him out, but Ortiz surprised Arreola did so well. The fight was good. It really was interesting, said Ortiz, to fight hype about Ruiz versus Arreola match yesterday. They keep saying last Saturday, yesterday. Andy Ruiz, now has the opportunity. I'll wait for his decision on King Kong is right here. I came to watch him. Ruiz, wish him good luck in his fight. He knows I want the fight. Yes, it did a lot, said King Kong Ortiz when he asked if Chris Arreola performance surprised him. Quote, the Ruiz-Arreola fight was really close. I'm here waiting for Ruiz Jr. I'll wait. I'll be ready for whatever comes. I'm ready for this, he said. And it was a close one. It was a very close fight. And like I said before, people think Arreola going to go in there. I mean, thought Arreola was going to go in there later. I knew when I seen him at 228, I say it's going to be a tough fight. Y'all remember I said that on Live Friday. And the pop-up live I did. But yeah, you know, ultimately, people think Ortiz going to go in there and beat Ruiz. I'm not sure about it. Especially if Ruiz make Ortiz come to him, utilize the ring like Tony Thompson did to him. Ortiz can't cut the ring off. Malik Scott did it to him. Shout out to Malik. If the game plan should be just to circle the ring, he should be in the best condition that he was to move a lot and make Ortiz cut the ring off. He'll beat Ortiz easy. Ortiz can't cut the ring off. You know, Ortiz going to follow you. He followed Wilder. When he got Wilder on the ropes, he didn't capitalize. All Ortiz get worked. The only thing that worried me about Andy Ruiz is he throw the 1-2-3 in the same rhythmic movement. And if he do that versus Ortiz and sit in front of Ortiz gonna touch him to the body, he gonna touch him to the head, and he gonna drop and hurt Andy Ruiz. And if Andy stand in front of Ortiz, or let Ortiz or stand in front of Ortiz, or let Ortiz walk him into shots, Ortiz gonna win. If Ortiz boxing on the back foot, or Ortiz got Ruiz standing in front of him, Ortiz gonna win. If Ruiz utilize the ring, box Ortiz, he gonna win. He may not get the knockout. It might not be the Arreola sexy. It may not be appealing to Mexican fans, but the name of the game is to go in there and win. And I think all you gotta do is box. You know, stick, jab. You know, I tell him. Ronaldo was telling him yesterday, use the jab, double it up, jab, walk him down, sit in front of him for a minute, keep moving, make Ortiz keep moving. Ortiz cannot cut the ring off. Ortiz will follow you around the ring, jab, do your combination, kind of switch it up, get out the way, pivot on, step over, keep making Ortiz reset. If Ortiz ain't set, Ortiz can't punch. Tony Thompson showed, Malik Scott showed it, and that's the honest truth. And Ruiz just got to stick, move, you know, leave with right hands, touch the body, just keep moving. That's it. Don't sit in front of him. And they're not going to get Andy Ruiz doing what Canelo doing. And that don't necessarily mean you got great defense. You know, I just think him just keeping his hands up, utilize his leg movement, rolling shots, just like Arreola rolled shots last night. You know, that's the way it should be. And I think ultimately, Andy, if he followed that game plan, Andy will win. If he sit in front of Ortiz, or Ortiz make him come forward, like Arreola made him come forward last night, well, he gonna lose, honestly, man. So Andy game plan should be the second half what he did with Arreola. Walk him, stick and walk, stick. Even if you just 1-2 all night, you know, and hook off the jab, he should be able to win that fight. Interesting fight. I think a fight everybody, you know, interested in. Hopefully they put it on regular TV and it don't go on pay-per-view. Usually those Cubans don't make as much money or beg for as much money as other fighters, but you know they put it on pay-per-view. I'm gonna watch, but you know it is what it is. But good fight. It's one of the better fights that PBC could put on, and I heard Ortiz is next, so we should be getting a real treat coming down the pipe soon. But yeah, Ortiz can win that fight. Ortiz got to learn to cut the ring off. I don't know who coaching Ortiz, but they showed him how to cut the ring off. He should be able to do it. But you know, people worry about fighters' ages. Ortiz 50, 60 years old. Arreola showed you last night that a lot of these old mugs, Magic Johnson voice, they still got it. So, you know, we'll see. But I'm very, very interested in Ortiz and Ruiz. And I heard the winner of that fight is supposed to get the bronze bomber, Deontay Wilder. So, we'll see. We will see. I don't know if he's going to get Tyson Fury, what's going on. But Gary Russell says, Shakur Stevenson can't mess with me. World champion Gary Russell. I'm on Boxing News 24. Gary Russell said in a live interview with Golden Era Boxing that Shakur Stevenson is not at his level and ducked him. Out of all the guys in the division, Stevenson was the only one that attempted to fight with me, but deep down inside, he knows he can't F with me, said Russell to Golden Era Boxing. The champ said he perhaps it wasn't Stevenson's fault for not making the fight happen. It was a promotional issue, but when I asked in regards of the fact is ultimately Shakur wrongdoing for not signing the contract, Russell agreed. The fighter signed the contracts and not the promotional companies. But that's not true. You know, they got a write-off on it too. But he said Shakur and Valdez want zero smoke with the champ. And even though Valdez ducked Stevenson, both Stevenson and Valdez ducked Russell, you can't blame Jerry. Okay, let's get to the quote. Any other quotes? So I don't know. So whatever it was, man, he did move up. You know, people would say Gary Russell ducked Devin Haney, whatever the situation was that, but that's a great fight. But you know the game. I don't want to give Earl up. So why would Bob even attempt to give his golden goose up with his? I want to say golden goose, his aces and the holes up, but that's a good fight. I do think Shakur too big, too strong for him, but then again, Gary Russell is savvy. But I just want to see how he gonna fight a Devin Haney. How would he fight a Shakur Stevenson? But you know, he part of that curse. What was it, 2007 Olympic team, whatever it was, or an amateur team that came out. Terrence Crawford can't get the fight. Demetrius Andrade can't get Jamar Charlo, can't get Canelo Alvarez, can't get Triple G. So that class pretty cursed. But you know, I'd love to see him step up. I mean, he was gonna fight Tevin Farmer. Had Tevin Farmer beat Joseph Diaz. But like I said before, Al Heyman, you know, just seemed to be doing Gary Russell wrong. But I'm not sure Shakur ducked him, you know, because I know if Terrence Crawford will want to see that fight after, you know, what was said about him and punching him and all that stuff, but it was more to that story. And they keep Bud out for hiding in the bushes trying to kill Gary Russell, but I mean, that's a good fight. I would like to see how Gary Russell attack Valdez, how he would attack Joseph. Well, he already fought Joseph Diaz. How he attack Devin Haney, how he attack Shakur Stevenson. You know, I would see how he gonna do Ray Vargas, Ray Darvish punch, clinch. And I already know Gary Russell know a little bit more. Take that half step back to punch up under the clinch. And I don't know how he gonna fight Ray Vargas, but I do know for a fact the WBC no longer want Gary Russell occupying the WBC title. So don't be surprised if they don't try to take it from him. And Al Heyman, he can say he can fight wherever he wanted to, but that's not true. He can't fight wherever he want to fight. Keep telling him that. He keeps saying that, man, and I know for a fact that, you know, Al Heyman, you know, kind of got him by the balls and all that. But, you know, Shakur Stevenson, that's an interesting fight. And he don't say too much about Gary Russell, you know. But then again, people will be like, well, he didn't fight Devin Haney. I don't really know what happened with that situation. But I think Shakur need a little bit more experience. He's going to fight Jamel Herring. We'll see what happens down the stretch. But I don't see Bob giving up one of his aces in the hole when Al don't want to give up Errol Spence. Where Errol Spence smoking that smoke, drinking that drink, doing what he doing. But I would love to see a crossover series between Top Rank and PBC. That would be dope. And Shakur Stevenson, Gary Russell should really be on the top of the menu. But I would love to see what Shakur Stevenson say in advance. And like I said before, apparently Gary Russell said he didn't sign a contract. He ducked the fade. I didn't hear nothing about that. I asked, but like I said, I don't know how Gary want to approach that. A lot of hand speed. His footwork don't seem to be the best, but if he can't get him, his brother sitting at 140, which, you know, Al Heyman seemed to be doing the Russell family kind of deserty, you know what I'm saying? Real dirty. But like I said before, I'd love to see the fight, even at 130. But Shakur Stevenson, a big kid, getting the rounds in with Bud. You know, he gonna fight whoever he fighting, the little dude from Libya from where Bongo from. And then he gonna fight Jameer here. So, like I said, I want to know what he say in regards to whatever happened. But you know, it is what it is, man. But Gary Russell he didn't fight Leo Santa Cruz. So how you gonna go to another neighborhood? You know, he didn't fight Frampton, Leo Santa Cruz. All those guys was at PBC at one point. So honestly, he can't really sit here and say, you know, who, what, where, why, and you know, whatever else. But you know, anyway, my bad. We're gonna talk about Conlan. Okay, Conlan won the other day, Friday I think it was. He said I want Stephen Fulton in August in Belfast, or winner in NYC, and the winner seemed more realistic. Fulton to be fighting versus Figueroa and Neary winner. And they said Conlan won the WBO International Super Bantamweight title as he extended his unbeaten record with wins over the Newt, whatever, at York Hall Friday. Two men were fighting on Queensberry Promotion Show Live, BT Sports. It was Conlan's first fight since dropping down to 122. It was a competitive fight, but Conlan's 15-0 AKO's quality was on display against Baluta 14-3 with only 3 knockouts in the key moments, appearing to get the better of the action. The judges had it closer than expected, 12-round hard fight. The scores was 117, 112, 115, 114, 114, 114 to hand. Conlan a majority decision. The victory sees Conlan moving one step closer to a shot in the WBO Bantamweight Championship. Champion Stephen Fulton is more than happy to fight for the title next. Fulton expected to fight in September against the winner of upcoming fight between WBA regular champion Brandon Figueroa and WBC Luis Neary. Conlan said, but Luta is tougher than I thought. He showed in the last 2 fights that he was game. As he comes, but he was missing with a ton of shots, and I was a good fight though, and good preparation for what is to come. He held his engine more than I thought he would. He worked very hard. He worked every round. It was my first fight at Super Bantamweight and my first 12-rounder. It was perfect test for where I'm at. I won't see him floating in Belfast in August. With the politics of boxing, will it be possible for then? I don't know, but we will hope so. If I can happen in August, I would love that. But if not, then winter in New York. I would stay active and fight in August no matter what. Throw it straight back into the gym. I know I have to be patient and can't rush too quick. So if I have to wait until December for the world title, then no problem. So like I said before, he don't want them problems. Little scrappy boys. He don't want them problems. So apparently he do. You can't knock somebody that want to push for a championship, but I think he fought that. We'll waste this Joker and fight out. Let's pull it up, man. He done fought at Michael Conlan. They call him Mick Conlan. He done fought at a couple weights already. And that just lets you know that he wasn't comfortable. He fought 123. 126, 130, kind of 127. So, yeah, he kind of started off at, he 126. He said weighed a little bit more than 122. So, yeah, I can see that, man. So, he kind of was trending towards the featherweight and the super featherweight division. But, like I said before, man, I didn't even see the fight. But if he went with majority decision with somebody with 3 losses, 14, and only 3 knockouts, 14-3. I don't know, man. He needs some more seasoning. He don't want them problems. Big fella, you don't want them problems. But you look at 122-pound division. PBC division. He not gonna fuck with the dude with 2 belts. The dude that beat what was homie name? Daniel Roman. He was gonna fuck with the dude that beat Daniel Roman. But Stephen Fulton gonna have 2 belts anyway. He gonna beat Neri Figueroa. So it'd be better if he wait and fight for 2 belts. It'd be better if he wait and get experience. I think it'd be better that way. So that's just my personal opinion on the situation, man. And we will see what happens. All right, we will see what happens. But that's the easiest way to get a belt because he can't drop down to 118, can he? But hey, let me know what you guys think. Don't forget me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Reach out anytime. All the links in the description. Facebook group link there as well too. Want to make a financial donation? Cash App CJ Good 313. That's in the description. PayPal link there as well too. Best way to donate. Share the video. Let me know what you guys think. One time for the one time. Peace.